Going on YouTube? It's Adam here to make my first metal related video. So today I figured what's better than to go through my favorite band and go through their albums that I own by them. So without any further ado, I'm going to show off my Cattle Decapitation vinyl collection. We'll go in order. So the first is their release Human Jerky 1999. This is an original copy, and it came on like a dark red, like a blood red. Here. And then second from 2000 is their album Homore. And I have two copies of both this one and the previous one. I have the original copies, and then I have the remastered copies that came out a couple years ago. And this is cool. This one is like a white and black. It's supposed to be like cow colored. So, of course, there's that connection there. Next is their album To Serve Man. I believe this is also an original copy. This is from 2002. So I think this either came out either 2002 or 2004 was the release of this particular vinyl variant. And this one also kind of matches, in this case, the cover. So this is like a green and pink variant. I don't know if you can really see the pink in there, mixed in the middle a little bit. Next is tied for my favorite album, and I also love this variant. So this is Homore, came out in 2004. It's a gatefold, and I believe this is also an original pressing. And the cool thing about this is limited to 500, but this specific version, out of the 500, 183 or 182, were errors in the pressing. They're supposed to be the same color, but instead one came out as like this root beer color, and the other came out in like a Pepto pink orange. And they were, I think, both supposed to be in this Pepto color. But instead, 182 came out with that root beer. And this is A, B, and C side. And then on the D side, I don't know if you can tell, probably not. But since there's no audio, there's like a AntiHuman etching. It's just like a human being with the little cross out. But that's kind of cool. So that's probably the rarest of all of these, or at least pretty close to it. Then next is probably my least favorite album by them, the 2007 release, Karma, Bloody Karma. I do kind of like the album art on this. I guess this was the secondary album art. So Wes Benscotter did all the art for this band, except for the first two releases. Those are real photos. But this was a secondary choice. So they weren't actually going to go with this. But I think the art is actually kind of cool. But it's probably my least favorite album. And this is definitely one of the newer represses that Metal Blade did. I also have, I think, an original pressing from 2007. But this is like a white, which I think actually looks pretty sharp. And then I also have the picture disc of that and the picture disc of Human Jerky. Next, we have the 2009 album, The Harvest Floor. This is cool. This is actually a band archive copy. It's got an obi strip, comes from China, the recent Chinese pressings that Metal Blade was allowing. It's pretty cool looking. And this is the first album that has Dave McGraw on drums. So I think he's definitely a great addition to the band. Definitely a great drummer. And this is black with like a bluish splatter. Definitely not my favorite coloration because it's more black than color, and I'm much more of a fan of color vinyl, but I think it's still pretty cool. And I think most of the pressings from that plant come out like that, which is fine. It is what it is. Not my favorite, but the fact that it's a band archive copy is awesome. And I bought it directly from Travis, the singer, so that's awesome. Speaking of which, so this is the 2012 album, Monolith Inhumanity. It's my favorite album by them. It's my favorite album of all time, and it has the entire band's signatures. I don't know if you could tell. Kind of hard to see. I have 3 copies of this album. I have the band archive copy as well, and then the recent European pressing that came out is like 500 of each. But I'm going to show off this copy. I paid about $100 for it, but it's well worth it. It's cool. It's gold, and it's got a bunch of color splatter. So this is definitely a great copy to have, and probably not only is it my favorite band, my favorite album, but probably just my favorite vinyl because it has the whole band signature on it, which I think is awesome. Next is the 2015 album, The Anthropocene Extinction. I only managed to get one signature here. I don't know if you can see in gold, but that's Josh, the guitarist. Got this in the most recent tour when they were in the Boston area. Again, Obi strip here. This is also the band archive copy that I bought directly from Travis. And again, it's got like the black coloration with a little bit of splatter. Not a whole lot going on, but this is like a white and green splatter. If you could see, it's kind of hard to see because my lighting isn't very good. But yeah, again, nothing super special. There's also a picture disc of that, but I don't own it. Same with the Harvest Floor. I don't own that either, but I should eventually. I do not own the 2019 album Death Atlas on vinyl, which kind of sucks. So that's the only thing I'm missing. But a year before that, they did a compilation of a lot of their 7-inches, splits, the Japanese exclusive tracks that come on the CD. So this is Medium Rarities. This is awesome. I don't know if you can see here, but it's number 50 of 200. Obviously, it's backwards, so you can't tell. But signed by Travis. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, just wrote gore in there. It's coming out of the guy's mouth. And then his initials, TR. This was kind of cool. It's like a pukey pink, like Pepto pink, kind of like the Humanure. A little bit of white. So I think that's cool variant. And then last but not least is their newest album from last year called Terasite. And this is cool too because this is also signed by the entire band. I also bought this directly from Travis. I was going to get the meet and greet pack, but I just didn't have the available funds at the time. So I would have ended up having this signed by the whole band in person, but instead I had to buy it after the tour from the singer, which is cool either way. And this is a double LP, also in like a peachy color. I think that's what it is. It's like a pink orange. And it's a double LP, so both colors are the same on this one. So that's all I have. I do, like I said, have a couple of extra copies of some of the albums. Like I said, the first 2 albums, they did remaster, different color vinyl and everything. And I have some 7-inches and everything, but that's pretty much it. So that's it for my first video. I'll probably do some more collection videos. I have other ideas in the works, but for now, showing off vinyl, something that's fun for me to do. And maybe I'll show off some more that I bought recently. So maybe that'll be in my next video. Who knows?